26, Romeo 26. This is Crashman, you copy. Romeo 26, Romeo 26. This is Crashman, you copy. Romeo 26, Romeo 26. Meet me at Alpha Camp. Good morning, family and friends, brothers and sisters, and all my subs. Sergeant OCD here. I want to thank everyone for subscribing and continuing to watch. I am humbled by the amount of subscribers I have. Today, I want to talk to you about this shirt. It is a black American flag because this country is in distress. That's what a black flag means. I'm in my warrior garb, and want to get it out every once in a while, part of my training, along with a full pack, just to see if I can still handle it, and I can. Today's subject goes along with the country being in distress with, immigrants, flooding, inflation, all the prices being up. And one of the reasons I'm out here to show you that you can survive out in the wilderness. Little tips and tricks that I've learned throughout the years. But I want to talk to you about this warrior garb. So, basically, it's the armor of God, because us Christians, we don't have to wear all this. We don't need this, because we have God. We have trust in God and faith in God, and we have the armor of God. And if you don't know what it is, I'm going to let you know right now. It's in Ephesians 6. I'm going to start at verse 10, then I'm going to skip some. Finally, be strong in the Lord, in the strength of his might. Put on the full armor of God so that you will be able to stand firm against the schemes of the devil, which is the world. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, against the powers, against the world forces of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of wickedness in the heavenly place. Therefore, take up the full armor of God, that you will be able to resist in the evil day, and having done everything, to stand firm. Stand firm, therefore, having girded your loins with the truth, and having put on the breastplate of righteousness. That's why the military wears armor plates, or vest. I think they call them, I don't know what they call them now. We had a flak vest. And having shod your feet with the preparation of the gospel of peace. So those are the sandals. We wear boots. In addition to all, taking up the shield of faith, with which you will be able to extinguish all the flames, arrows of the evil one. Shield, ballistic shield. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit. The sword of the Spirit is your Bible. The helmet of salvation, obviously, is your salvation. Sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. With all prayers and petition, pray all times in the Spirit. I talked to you guys about praying in the Spirit. With this in view, be on the alert with all perseverance and petition for all the saints, Christians, and pray on my behalf that the utterance may be given to me in the opening of my mouth to make known the boldness, the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains, that in proclaiming that I may speak boldly as I ought to speak. So that's the other reason I'm out here. I started this for my family to learn little survival skills because, you know, he's an old guy. Nobody wants to listen to him. But, you know, older people are wise. So the other reason I'm doing this is God put it on my heart to spread the gospel. And this week it's the armor of God. I do talk about walking in the Spirit, which is Galatians 5:22-23. And if you truly walk in the Spirit, you will treat everybody with love, gentleness, kindness, or love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, faithfulness, kindness, goodness, and have self-control. If you truly walk in the Spirit. Now, you know, we're fallen people, you know. We're not perfect, but we should all try to do that every day. Anyway, I have some really cool fire things to go with today. Let me secure my rifle and I'll be back. All right, once again, we have, I'm pushing tins, you know. So while we were out the other week, Jesse and I found some of this, which is horse hooves. So I heard you could start a fire with horse hooves. So I charred some and I put it in here. So I want to get a little bit of that out. And charring this is just like charring cloth. And then I have a little bit of dried wood here, a little dried wood here, and I have a magnifying glass in here. So you could pick these up at the dollar store. And if you could find a magnifying glass that you could glue to the front that would work, that would be even more awesome. So then you don't have to have, you could have a tin that is, you know, just about anything. Now I was experimenting with this the other day. What if I were to, I'm gonna have to do this on the log, but just crush some of this. Put it in this tin. Now, I apologize to all the wives out there that all your husbands are taking your tins, but training is a lot more important than you having a tin. And if I get hate comments from that, I'm sorry. Always ask your wife for the tins. She gave me these, so. So I've got a lot of this cherry bark in here. I'm just trying to get the loose bark. Now I found some ash, and I tried to make that go up, and that's what this is ash. So just want to get your different levels of tinder, you know, that you want to put on the fire to actually transfer it to another fire. Let me get some more horse hooves in there. Yeah, when I'm out and about, I'm always looking for tree bark that I can use. I thought it was going to rain today, so I got my rain jacket out. Yeah, I put my knives back on my OBE because I want to get used to these. Now they're all back together. And I still have my pouches on the side for survival. You know, flashlights, things like that. Now, I tried this last week, remember? So I got another piece. I'm gonna try it again. Let's see if I can get this on the tin. I'm not sure if I can. If I switch it around. Sometimes you have to kind of shave a little bit off first. And it's okay to have those curls. And there's a knot there. Okay, and I'm OCD, so I have to pick up my curl. Yeah, anyway, I thought it was going to rain today, so I grabbed my rain jacket. So you're going to see something pretty cool with this. I need more curls. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and move it over by the fire and put some logs in there, and we'll be back together in a few. about ready to give up. And look what's going on. What's going on here? It's the wood I have is not catching. So it could be humidity. It could be. I mean, most of the wood I brought here was in my stash that I dry out. I can get flame out of it, I can get smoke out of it, but I can't get a fire going. Which, this is my last resort I have with me. But I think I'm going to let this smolder for a little bit. I mean, the same wood I used in my shop I brought out here. So it's a little odd. And I found this. I'm pretty sure it's ash. This ash bark. Yeah, I go through and I collect barks all the time. Just to see what lights on fire, just to identify trees and stuff like that. And then I have all these bags of bark that, I mean, it's not just one or two. It's about 5 or 6 that I stash in a bucket and forget about. So I'm starting to go through a lot of my stuff, cleaning off my bench from kitting and stuff, because I've got my kits where they need to be. I don't have a lot of extra stuff anymore. They're all in kits, so it sure is smoking a lot. Well, look at that. Just when I was ready to give up. So, we did start a fire with fat wood, you know, and with a ferrocerium rod, no lighter. I did have to break out my char cloth, but I think, you know, char cloth or char material, any type of wood or cloth, I think will work. Now you just got to not smother it. That's one of the things I like to do. Put the flames out. There we go. So one of the things is you don't want, your fire's got to be able to breathe. With these, the way I have them, there's no air underneath. So what I typically try to do is put the wood on the fire and then ultimately I put it out. I don't know why I never did that before, but so this bark is going to go up nicely. So we did it. Now I don't have a lot of time today because I used a lot of time yesterday with a veteran greenhouse that we were graciously given to use. There's actually 2 of them. They're 50 by 20, and I mean, it's got just about everything but seeds in there. So I'm gonna make some coffee and then probably close this video out. So I'll be back after this fire gets done smoking. Look at that. Once I put some more logs on there and get it nice for my my coffee cup. But I will be back. Alright, so as you can see, Everything's all picked up and clean. And by the way, it is Red Shirt Friday. So remember, everyone deployed. So I'll take you a little walk down here. We didn't get everything. Just got notified that they still have to inspect this one. So, but got a nice little box to use potting, shelves, and we got a fan blowing up the 2 different liners. And it's our little station to do whatever. So I haven't gone through all the chemicals yet, but that's where they're gonna go. And Zeus, hi buddy. Say hi buddy. All right, so Jesse and I are finished cleaning this up for today. Looks a lot better. Just there's a lot of stuff here that we can repurpose and reuse. So, you know, the only really thing about it is the water line was broke and maintenance guys fixed that. So we're good to go. I was getting ready to leave. And I saw this. I got a full tank here. This thing's filled to the brim. Two canteens. That's 64 ounces. I didn't think this watering system would do this good. It's 3 canteens. And that right there is 4. That's enough for one day. I guess that thing will expand as it gets enough into a cube. Five. I was getting ready to leave and figured I'd check this, because I haven't been getting a whole lot of water. I'll be working on it, you know, every time I come here. And your camp's going to take some upkeep, but get something to work. I think that's 6, maybe 7. It's cold. It's 40 degrees out here today. I can't believe I got this much water. You know, patience, persistence, you could do anything. I don't need to bring any water out here for a little while, at least a month, if I come out here every week. But I think this is a 5-gallon jug. Pretty sure it is. I'm halfway through. This is pretty awesome. And all the sediments at the bottom. So, 2 good things out of this video. Watering system paid off, and I was able to start a fire again with a fsm rod, char cloth. Actually, when I went for the char cloth, when I went for the, I want to get that all the way up. When I went for the cotton balls, my fire was going. Oh, look at that. You know, I brought this out here, and the lack of luck with the watering system, I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't have bought that. That's not all the way full. We got about 2.5, 3 gallons there. See how pure it is? I put that cotton shirt in there. I got about 1.5 inches in the bottom there. So I tell everybody to train. You got to be vigilant. You know, we got lots of rain and didn't get nothing. I kept adjusting and adjusting this thing. Paid off. Last week I attached it to a tree on this side. This side I put a stake in the ground. Yeah, I got about an inch left in here. And I attached this here like 3 weeks ago. Look at this. I got about 3 gallons of water, maybe 3.5. Awesome. So this is a 5 gallon. I want to leave it open because I don't want, if it starts to freeze and it needs to get out, air needs to get out, I don't want it to bust my container. So I got 5 gallons of water here, 4.5, 5 gallons, but that's awesome. I am so happy about this. Yeah, I wasn't even going to check that today. I'm glad I did. Not. Alright, coffee is done. Set up a bunch of these rocks and stuff to kind of help out. So today's been about the armor of God, and sometimes in this world you have to have everything with you that you need to survive. So one of the things, as I was tacking down this tarp here, is I got a cut here, and it's a bad place for a cut. So one of the things I carry with me is a first aid kit. So what I'm going to do, put a little neosporin on there, and you can see this is used because I cut myself all the time. And see if I have the right band-aid. I could use this. I have my cargo needle in there in case I need to fix anything. So I don't need to spread that out anymore. And I'm not just showing you me bandaging myself. Showing you a way to keep the band-aid on, because that's a rough area to put a band-aid. So on my LBE, I keep tape. So all I'm going to do, put it on here like this, and duct tape has, especially Gorilla Tape and military tape, has an extreme amount of adhesive. So it might look a little crazy, and I could make one strip if I wanted to, but I just want to show you out in the field, that's why you have duct tape. That's why you have a personal first aid kit. You know, when I'm with people, I carry an actual first aid kit that I built, and I've showed you that. But it's good to know where everything is when you're when you're out in the field, because this is my patrol LBE. Well, that's what I use it for. So when I go out and patrol, if I get caught up, I've got a poncho, shovel, water, fire starting, and this whole side is just fire starting. But I'm not going to go through the whole thing. But be prepared. Have your armor on whenever you're out and about. You know, there's a lot of people who say always carry a knife. It's a great idea, you know. In this coat, I have a knife, a lighter, just a little Swiss Army knife, a lighter. I have a compass. This was my dad's compass. On this side, nothing on the sleeve. This side, I have an emergency blanket and a Fresno lens. So, you know, there's a lot of people that say, hey, put all this stuff in your pockets. I always put it in a coat. And this is my raincoat, so always have your armor of God on. And always be prepared for any situation. You know, I don't have my 4 30-round mags on me because, you know, those are my real world mags. I have 10-round mags because, you know, it's just easier. I'm not popping off, you know, 30 rounds, because if I had them I probably would, and that could get expensive. But anyway, we were able to start a fire with ferrocerium rod and some char cloth or char material. You can use mushrooms for it. You know, any wood, any mushrooms, anything that you could char, you can actually use for starting a fire. You know, all you got to do is get that spark onto that char material, get it to light up, and then go from there, you know, with other materials to get it going. I encourage this because your lighter may die. I try to do that. I used to try to do that all the time, but when I came out here, I just started using a lighter and all these other things I was making, but I think I need to get back to that. But always have your armor of God on, you know, your helmet of salvation, your breastplate of righteousness, your belt of truth, your sandals of the gospel, your shield of faith, and then always have the word. In men's group today, we were talking about questions on faith and attacks, spiritual attacks, and what do you do? Well, the first thing I do is pray. Second thing I do is read my Bible, because all the answers are in the Bible. And if you pray about it while you're reading it, God will give you that word. So I'm going to sign off for now. I want to try to put some of the footage from the greenhouse yesterday. I belong to a coalition, a veterans coalition, that is looking for veterans to, if they need help with PTSD or anything like that, TBI, or if they just want to hang out. You know, it's a safe zone. It's a non-profit equestrian ranch. It's called Star Community Incorporated. There's a program called Stars, I can't remember what it's called, Stars, Stripes, and Heroes, I think, and they allow me to use their greenhouse. It's funded by a different organization, but it's within the same of Star Enterprise. stars, stripes, and heroes. And so we're going to get veterans together to grow plants. They gave me a plot to cut in so I can actually grow larger plants like, you know, squash and zucchini and things like that. It's another outlet for me to, you know, just get outside and get with nature and watch things grow. But you'll be seeing a lot more of that.